Mr. and Mrs. Decisive and Mr. and Mrs. One Day both stay in a Punggol BTO estate. Like many BTO owners, it comes to a point where they need to sell. Mr. and Mrs. One Day were concerned about what are the risks? What if we lose our jobs? Should I sell in today's market? Can we afford it? Unsure of how to proceed, they decide to put on hold their retirement plan. They continue to work hard, bought a new car, went on regular twice-yearly vacations. It sounds like a life of average Singaporean would do. As for Mr. and Mrs. Decisive, they arranged to meet up with Mrs. Property Searchers for their advice. They listened and gave Decisive family a personalized proposal tailored to their needs based on their affordability, their lifestyle, how to better optimize their potential gains and CPF usage, retirement plan in 30 years' time. After discussing with Mrs. Property Searcher, Decisive family felt confident and ready to venture as planned. 5 years passed. Decisive family have now sold their 3-bedder EC for a decent profit. They moved to a 3-bedder swanky condo uptown. With some spare cash, they bought an Australian property for future retirement. As for Mr. and Mrs. One Day, they thought they felt more ready now. Their HDB value have dropped while private property prices rose over the years. They decided to wait and see again, hoping the price will drop. Another 5 years has gone by. Mr. and Mrs. Decisive family sold their 3-bedder unit for a decent profit. With that, they bought their dream home near their parents back in Punggol. Though they adjusted to make some changes to their lifestyle at the start, they didn't regret, as now their future is secured. Their Australia home came in handy as their child went over for high school education. On the other hand, they don't have to worry about their retirement too. Meanwhile, Mr. and Mrs. One Day are still waiting for prices to drop. Another 20 years passed. By now, Mr. and Mrs. Decisive family have 2 fully paid properties. They choose to cash out the condo and move to their Australia property for retirement. With these funds, they're now able to retire comfortably without worries. Guess who they met at the airport? Mr. and Mrs. One Day. As time passes, it's no longer feasible for them to upgrade. The accrued CPF interest and lower HDB flat price means it would be a negative sale. They've lost their first seed to grow their wealth.